Earlier this week, the I-Team introduced you to Patricia Johnson, a court-appointed guardian whose 99-year-old ward said that she wrongly placed him in a lockdown Alzheimer's unit. The I-Team has discovered that Johnson has been the subject of other complaints involving her treatment of wards and their families. Our I-Team investigator Adam Walser joins us now with more on what he's uncovered. Adam?
Well, Brendan, we've discovered that even when someone has legal protections in place, that doesn't always protect them. In fact, you can be assigned a professional guardian even if you have court-signed papers. In this case, the court actually disregarded a signed and notarized legal document and appointed a guardian anyway. The latest case involves 90-year-old Paulette Carpa, whose family and friends have been fighting against Florida's guardian system for years.
She kept a beautiful house, and she always dressed nicely.
Nancy Lewy is describing Paulette Carpa, her former neighbor known for taking long walks, gardening, and weekly card games.
I mean, she took care of herself and was able to take care of herself.
I love you much.
But in 2009, Carpa's life changed after making a series of calls from her house to police about attempted burglaries. Each turned out to be unfounded. DCF was called. Soon after, professional guardian Patricia Johnson asked the court to have Carpa declared incapacitated, even though Carpa had made prior arrangements for a family member to care for her. In Florida, the courts can give guardians complete control over their wards. They can sell their homes, they can close their bank accounts, they can even choose where their wards live. The I-Team discovered a complaint in Carpa's court file sent by Senior Citizen Services of Clearwater after Johnson allowed Carpa's power to be shut off.
And suddenly this 86-year-old lady was living in a home without electricity, without air conditioning and so forth, and she didn't know what to do because the bank account had been closed.
The nonprofit organization tried to help Carpa, contacting her niece, Alicia Hackerson, in Massachusetts, who was listed in pre-need plan documents Carpa signed 3 years earlier as a person chosen to handle her aunt's affairs. Hackerson says she never heard from the courts or Johnson.
They did not contact the family. They had all the information, all the people that were supposed to be contacted.
When Hackerson learned about her aunt's situation, she asked the court to be granted guardianship, as Carpa had originally arranged. But the judge ruled against her.
And the court, I guess, put the papers away and never acknowledged anybody that was listed there.
Every one of my people who were involved in this situation and had knowledge of it were just shocked by the fact that this could be happening. We didn't think it was possible.
But the I-Team has reported there are other complaints involving guardian Patricia Johnson and her 50 other wards, including 99-year-old Willie Burchow, who says Patty forced him into an Alzheimer's unit.
You see nobody, you have no contact with anybody.
After we recently started asking questions about Willie's case, Johnson moved him out of the Alzheimer's unit and to a less restrictive wing at Grand Villa. Grand Villa is also where Paulette Carpa was placed by Johnson.
If it wasn't for you contacting me, I would not even know where she was today, because Patricia never informed us of where she was being taken or anything like that.
Nancy Lewy has her pre-need guardian plan naming family members close by in hopes that the court will honor it if she ever needs it.
We are more afraid of the word guardian than we are of the word cancer. That we are so afraid that the same thing is going to happen to us.
We tried to talk to Patricia Johnson about these concerns at a recent Guardians conference, but she says it's her policy not to discuss her clients' cases. And since we first reported on the program, we've been receiving emails and phone calls by the dozen. If you've had a bad experience with Florida's guardianship program, we'd like to hear from you too. You can email us at iteam@abcactionnews.com.